My singles, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, it is November. Lord have mercy. It is November. Can you believe it? This month and next month and 17 will be gone. We'll be singing Happy New Year to everybody. Lord have mercy. Well, I've had a ball this year. How about y'all? I know we just met a few weeks ago, but I have had a ball. I've been doing this the whole year. I hadn't been on the radio doing it, but I've been doing this the whole year. I have enjoyed myself. Why? Because I love my singles. Yes, I do. I love my singles. I guess you say, okay, Doc, you say it every time. Yes, because somebody's going to come on that have not heard. Yes, I do. I love my singles. And I am so concerned about the singles. I'm concerned about the married folk too, but I'm concerned about the singles because, see, in the single life, if you get that situated and structured right, when you go into marriage, you okay. You don't have all of that luggage and baggage that you would normally have if you hadn't got yourself straight, if you did not get yourself straight while you were single. Okay? So that's why I'm so enthusiastic. Plus, single time is the grandest time of your life. Yes, because from your single life springboards everything else. You come here single. You grow up single. And you are single pretty much until you're married. Sometimes you become single again, depending on divorce or death. But, you know, for the most part, you start off in your single life. And if you get things right in your single life, I'm here to tell you it will be amazing going forward. Okay? All right. This November, I want to focus on, and I'm going to be talking about this probably throughout these 2 months in different ways. But I heard, I don't know how many of you all are familiar with Bishop T.D. Jakes. He's well known pretty much all over the world. But there just may be somebody who have not heard about it. Well, he's one of my favorites. I call him my spiritual father. He don't even know who I am. But his messages, oh my God, when I first heard that man, it caught me at a moment when my life was in a hot mess. Oh my God. And my sister invited me over to her house along with some other ladies she had coming over. And she said, you want to come over? Yeah, I'm game, whatever. And I went over there, and there was this, I call him Barney. Y'all remember Barney, the purple Barney? Well, he was the black Barney. And he had on a purple suit, purple socks, and purple suede shoes. I will never forget it. And when that man started praying, I couldn't hold my emotions to save my life. Y'all, I'm telling you. Oh, it was something. Well, anyway, I was listening to him recently. And he was on one of Oprah Winfrey's master classes. And in their discussion, he made this statement, and I said, you know what? I got to carry this to my singles, but I got to carry it to you all in my way. This was the statement that Bishop T.D. Jakes made. He said, when you hold on to your destiny, you do it when you hold on to your history, when you hold on to your history, you do it at the expense of your destiny. I'm like, oh, Oprah hollered. I'm over here hollering in where I am. I mean, it was a wow, 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 wow moment. When you hold on to your history, you do it at the expense of your destiny. And I want to do for November, I'm trying to do it for November and December, but we'll just see how far we get. Singles, listen. With that said, I want to talk about forgiveness. And I want to talk about it. I want to start off talking about it this morning for this month. Forgiveness in terms of you. Forgiveness in terms of you. What I mean by that is this. We, most of the time, have a problem forgiving others. You know, people do things to us, and we hold it. You know, I ain't going to forgive them. I ain't going to forgive them. I'm just not going to. This is how we do. I'm just not going to forgive them. Okay? And what happens is we think we holding them in bondage, but it's not them that is in prison. It's us. But I want to go a little deeper tonight, and that deeper is this. Many times we have a harder time forgiving ourselves than we do forgiving other people. Number one, we are our worst critic. We are our worst critic. People will be telling us how beautiful we are, or how talented we are, or how gifted we are. And because we have made some choices in life that were not good choices, or we have made some mistakes that we were like, oh my God, what in the world did I do that for? All this kind of thing. People will be telling us that forgiveness is on us, but we won't receive it because we haven't forgiven ourselves. We haven't forgiven ourselves. Okay. You said, well, I'm single. I haven't done anything. Oh, yeah. You've messed up some friendships, some BFFs. You've messed up some relationships. You've made some mistakes on jobs that have cost you your job. Yeah. You have not walked through life so far in your singleness and have not goofed up. Can I just keep it real with you? You have not done that and have not goofed up, okay? So I want to talk about forgiving yourself. Listen, what we've done, we've done. Mistakes and bad choices are not failures. And that's what we feel like we are when we do something wrong. We feel like, oh, God, I have just messed up so bad. I will never recover from this. Have you heard anybody say that, or have you said that yourself? I will never recover from this. Oh, God, I'm through. I'm finished. I'm done. You've heard people say that, and sometimes you may have said that yourself. But guess what? That's a lie. That's a lie that you're telling yourself. Yes, you will recover from that. No, you're not done. No, you're not finished. Every day that Daddy wakes you up and you're breathing his breath and you can open your eyes and see the light of day, you are not a failure. And listen, you got to get this right, because when you meet whoever your significant other is, when you meet them, you don't want to have that as a persona. They tell you, oh, man, you are awesome. No, I'm not. Stop. I'm not. If you only knew. Why you got to go there? You know I'm coming with me, right? You know I'm coming with me. I did that for years. I mean, years on end. My own children would tell me, oh, God, Mommy, you are so beautiful. And I'm like, you know what? Y'all need Jesus. Let me make an appointment for the optometrist. I'll get that right after a while. Because you all cannot see. Y'all can't see. Then there was this thing out about ugly parents make good children, make pretty children. And so then I got where they would say, Mommy, you're so pretty. I said, well, you know what they say? Ugly parents make pretty children. So I fit the bill, and there y'all are. Y'all the most beautifulest children on the face of some of the most beautifulest children on the face of this earth. And you know what my daughter said to me one day? She said, Mommy, she said, that's not the truth. She said, because the Bible says everything produces after its own kind. Now, how is it you're saying you and our Father are ugly, but yet we came out handsome and beautiful? She said, how did that happen? She said, that's not how that goes. She said, in order for us to have come out looking like we look, we had to have a beautiful parent to bring us out like that. And when she said that, you know how pride wants to rise up and say, oh, girl, be quiet. You already know what you're talking about. But she did. Because what she was saying was, Mommy, with everything you've been through, look at you and look what has come out of you and look at the beauty of us. And I had a hard time at first. I'm telling you all what the love of truth is. I had a hard time at first. I just could not receive it. I could not receive it. Every time I looked in the mirror at me, I just saw something that was just, oh. But I wasn't looking at me. God, I'm helping somebody this morning. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Okay? I feel you. And I'm going to help. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you now. I'm going to help you. Just hold on. I didn't see me. I didn't see a beautiful me. I saw what life had done to me. That's what I saw. And it was not pretty. At all, it was not pretty. Do I still go through things? Yes, I do. But guess what? Because I allowed the words of my daughter to resonate in my spirit, I stopped looking at the pain and the wounds and the scars that were on me from life. And I started looking at the beautiful person that Daddy had made me. And in order to do that, I had made so many mistakes. When I tell you I had made so many mistakes, it was pathetic. And I could not forgive myself. I left their father because nobody taught me how to deal with disassociated disorder. Their father would come home when we got married young, and he would come home, and he had nothing to say to me. You know, he was civil. Hello, how you doing? But I could have stayed in my mama's house for hello, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? And then it got where he didn't talk to me from one Sunday, and by me being a born-again believer, I go by Sundays because, you know, we visit Daddy's house on Sunday and Wednesday nights and revivals and all of that. And from Sunday afternoon to the next Sunday morning, this man had nothing to say to me. He had nothing to do with me. And here I am. I've married him. He's the only person I can have fun with and enjoy, and we're gonna take the world by storm, and we're gonna be such a dynamite team in the kingdom of God. And I was just all into it, and he was all out of it. He was all out of it. When I found out what had happened, I was a rebound woman. The woman that was his high school sweetheart, was his first love. They were engaged to be married. And he didn't fight for her, so this other man come and took her away from him. You say, oh, he didn't take her away from him. She wanted to leave. No. You fight for what you want. And she came to him and started asking him, because he worked these crazy hours. So she would ask him, could this other fella take her home? And she came to him, every night. And he said, yeah, go ahead. So it made her feel like, well, dang, you don't even want to fight for me. He had a car. She had license. Why did he give her the keys and say, no, now you rode home with him last night, but you ain't riding home with him tonight. Here's my car, here's my keys. You know what time I get off, you come on back and pick me up. No, I ain't letting you ride home with nobody. You belong to me. None of that. So what wound up happening was the guy that he kept letting her ride home with married the girl. Because why? He fought for her. He showed her he wanted her. While the high school sweetheart was sitting back here acting like he didn't care. There's more to the story. But we're not talking about that tonight. Getting back to me. So when they got married, because he had put out that he was going to get married, his sister said, well, you remember she loved you in school. Maybe she still loves you. Why don't you go down there and see if she'll marry? No court, no nothing. Long story short, we wound up married. Dated and it really wasn't a date because all we basically did was went to church. Went to the sanctuary because we're the church. Went to the sanctuary and that was it. Okay? So maybe I should say went to the church house. Okay. When that was over, come to find out I was a rebound woman. A rebound woman never gets the love that she desires. You don't believe me? Go in the Bible and read about Leah. Jacob thought that he was getting Rachel because that was his heart. When he woke up, he had Leah because back over there, I don't know if they still do that, but back then, you had to be veiled as a woman. And you couldn't be unveiled until it was time for you and your husband to engage in intercourse. That's when he found out who he had. Thank God the days have changed. Okay? Now, I left because I was like Leah. I had children for him. It didn't do any good. Things just got worse and worse and worse. So after a while, I just said, you know what? I'm done. And I left. I didn't know it took a toll on the children like it did. I thought as long as they had me, they were okay. I didn't know. I grabbed the children and I took off. I raised them now. but I had some scars on them as well. They were scars from the hometown of that's the first thing, and I'm not sure one of them ever forgave me back. But the other part of it was, I'm on this mission to find this a man for me and for the children that would love my children and love me and not be trying to go to bed with my children. Long story short, all of it just went, it just went, okay? So here I am with more hurt, more wounds, because now I can't secure, I can't give my children what I grew up with. I'm an adopted child, but my father found me. He didn't even know he had, but he found me, okay? And he had gotten married when he found me. So I grew up with a two-parent home from adoption. Well, I wanted to give my children the same thing, and it never happened. So there was more scars, because now the children are looking at me being abused and not being treated right, while I'm trying to find love. Okay, I just let y'all know about it a little bit. I just brought that out because I wore that guilt for years. I mean years. And it spilled over into my career. It spilled over into my other relationships. It spilled over into my parent-child relationship. It spilled over into my BFF relationship. It spilled over into my work. It spilled over into every single area of my life. Why? Because I could not forgive myself. Why is she talking about forgiving myself? Because we are getting ready in 2 months, singles, to go into another year. And there's stuff that you came in this year with that you promised yourself you would leave it in 16. There's stuff you came in 16 with that you promised yourself you would leave it in 15. And so forth and so on. And here we are down to the last 2 months of the year, and you're already promising yourself, I'm not taking this over there. I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting up with this. I'm not putting up with that. The only way that's not going to happen, you have to forgive yourself. The choices you made, the mistakes, the screw-ups, all of it. Forgive yourself, because you will not be able to attract a successful relationship in any category until you can forgive yourself. Lord, I'm talking to somebody. I feel you. I feel you on this radio broadcast this morning. I feel you. You cannot succeed in any area of your life until you forgive yourself. And if you want to know the real truth, that's why you can't forgive others, because you have not forgiven you. You are trying, you're working so hard to forgive others that have wounded you and left scars on you and just crushed you. And you're like, oh, God, I just can't forgive them. I've tried, but I just can't forgive them. That's not the truth. The truth is, I can't forgive them because I can't forgive myself. Because, see, you had a part in it, too. Let's be real. You had a part in it, too. That's what I say about marriage. You know, everybody, the two that got married want to play the blame game, but it's both of us' fault. Two people get married, two people break up, it's two people's fault. Well, I didn't do nothing. That probably was the problem. You didn't do anything. And the other one, the problem probably was they did. So there it is. Okay? Listen, let me say something to you. You are worth forgiving. Jesus died on the cross for you to be forgiven. How dare you not forgive yourself? I want to help you to forgive yourself because all of the years that I didn't forgive myself, it was a miserable journey. Because I was constantly attracting people to me who would continue to hurt me in the very same areas that I was already wounded. So here I am messed up again. Now I'm adding more wounds and scars to myself again on top of all of the wounds and the scars I've already put on myself. Now I'm going to tell you something. That is not helping anything or anybody. It's not. You cannot be whole until you forgive yourself. Whatever you've done, ladies and gentlemen, it's over. What you're doing now is just rehashing. And oh my God, do I have a t-shirt in any size you wear for that? I lost my children when they got grown and they could stay away from me because they were in college and in their own residences. My own children started staying away from me. They done it real easy, so I wouldn't notice that they were walking off. But when I looked around, they were gone. And you know why they left? Because every time they would come around me, they would do something or they would bring up something that would open up a wound, and I would rehash it all over again. And I remember, I think it was one of my sons said to me, said, Mama, we don't feel like hearing that every time we come where you are, so we just don't bother to come. You are not healed over it, and we don't feel like continuing to hear it. We want to come and have fun with you, not hear you rehash the problems and the wounds and the mistakes that you've made down through your life. We don't want to relive it, and we don't want you to relive it, but we can't seem to help you to stop, so we just don't come around. Now, I'm really being transparent with you all this morning. I'm really being transparent with you all this morning because I feel I'm helping somebody. I feel I am helping somebody this morning because some of you have said, how come I can't keep a relationship? How come every time I get somebody, they gone and all this kind of thing, and you just constantly seemingly can't keep anybody? I'm telling you the answer this morning. You won't forgive yourself. You won't forgive yourself. Honey, whatever you've done, you've done. You cannot go back in time. And that brings me back to Bishop Jakes' excerpt that I heard from the class. Holding on to your history is at the cost of your destiny. Because you're so engrossed in what you consider the failure of your past that you won't forgive yourself and embrace the brightness of your future. Now, Bishop Jakes didn't say that. Daddy just gave me that. That's hot off the press. That's a wow, 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 wow. That's a wow. Okay? You not forgiving yourself is you holding on to your history, because all you're doing is rehearsing and rehashing the mistakes and the wounds and the scars of your history, which is keeping you from embracing your destiny, the brightness of it, the success of it. And you can't do that. You are a single person. Yeah, but you don't know what I've done. How long are you going to keep rehearsing to yourself what you've done? Trust me, I did it for enough for all of us. I'm not lying to you. Anytime you do it to the point your children don't even want to come where you are, now that's not the case now. But that was then. You doing too much with your history. My children come around now, we ain't talking about nothing but what's going forward, what we do. I'm just talking about their life and where they're going and where I'm going and what we gonna do and getting together. I'm so serious. I am so serious. Why? Because I made a choice. I stopped one day and I looked at I'm losing everything. Everything. Because I won't forgive myself. Even my children told me, they said, Mom, we don't want to hear it anymore. We know you didn't mean to do what you did. We know you were trying to do the best that you could with us. And we understand now. We didn't then, but we understand. And we forgive you. But when are you going to forgive yourself? Children are powerful. They really are. If you will not stand in your pride, children can shock you back to reality. And that was a time when I broke down and cried because I realized not only had I not forgiven myself, but I didn't know how. I didn't know how to look at me in the mirror and say, I forgive you for screwing life up like you did. I forgive you for getting married too early. I forgive you for trying to fix everything. And I went on down the line. I didn't know how to do that. But I cried out to Daddy. Because he told me in his word, if I called unto him, he would answer me. So I did. I cried out to him. And he started helping me to forgive myself. There were times I would wake up, day was bright and beautiful. Oh, my God, it was gorgeous. And before 2 or 3 hours into that day, I was rehashing what had happened. I was fussing at an imaginary person that had hurt me. And I remember one day when I got through reliving all of that again, Daddy said to me, he said, now, I woke you up to have an amazing day. And look at how much time you just wasted bringing all of that stuff back. Bringing all of that stuff from your past up into this present to mess up this beautiful day I've given. He said, look at all the time you wasted. You sat there, I guess hours worked with me, right? You remember Tuesday I talked about the hour thing? He said, you wasted a solid hour rehashing what? The person you were talking to is not even here. You had an imaginary person. You made them imaginary so you could talk to them, and they're not even here. Oh, God, I'm talking to somebody. Wow, 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 wow. They're not even here. You're just fussing. And you're talking to them, and you're telling them. Now, they're over there enjoying their life. You over here screwing yours up, and they're not even here. They're not even here. Singles, I was just messed up. I'm just telling you, I was just messed up. But after that day, I said no more. I made a decision that day, no more. I'm not giving no more of me to my past. Wow! Wow! Wow, wow, wow! That's another wow. I am not giving no more of me to my past. Wow. I'm giving all of me to my future. Wow. Wow, wow. Isn't that something? And you know what started happening after that? My children kept, children have a heart for their parents, so they don't leave you totally alone. But they started, they would call just to test the waters. Hi, Mommy. Hi. How are you? I'm fantastic. Oh, what happened? I just made some choices. That's all. And we went on talking about other things. I didn't even bring up none of my past, none of the history. I didn't bring a bit up. None. None. And you know what? They started calling me more. Then they started coming around more. So finally, I can say today, I have my children back. I used to would call them and they wouldn't even pick up the phone. And I knew what they were thinking. They didn't know what in the world they were going to hear on the other end. But they didn't know I had forgiven myself. And when I did, life turned a whole 180. You said, well, that's just halfway. No. If it does a 360, that means it turns around and goes right back to where it was. When it does a 180, that means it has changed and gone the other way. So you can't say they done a 260. No, they did a 180. Because if they did a 360, they didn't do nothing but go right back to what they were doing in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? Singles, I'm talking to somebody this morning. I'm talking to somebody this morning. You have not forgiven yourself, and it has spilled over into every single area of your life. You screwed up. Okay. And see, what I didn't tell myself was I'm not the first one that screwed up, and I won't be the last one. So, okay, go to the mirror. I forgive you for screwing up your life. I forgive you. Because see, when you go look at the mirror, you're going to see you. So then talk to that person, you see you. And tell you, I forgive you for screwing up your life. I forgive you. And then walk on away from the mirror and go on doing new things. Every time the thought of the past wants to come up, I've been forgiven. I've already forgiven myself for that. That no longer exists. And just don't even allow yourself. Don't allow yourself to even entertain the thought of what you do, what you did. You can't go back and fix it. You cannot go back and fix it. You can't. It's over. It's done. You cannot go back and fix a thing you screwed up. What you can do is let life pass you by in seconds, moments, minutes, and hours that you could be enjoying a new life. You could be enjoying a new life. You could. You could be enjoying a new life. How much more happy can you be than to forgive yourself? You said, well, Doc, look, I hear you, but I got people that I've done things to, and they won't forgive me. Fine. Go look in the mirror and forgive yourself. You a man. You just been popping that thing everywhere. If a woman wanted to go to bed with you, you went to bed with her. You won't study her. You didn't love her. Nothing. Some of them even got pregnant and got your children. And you won't even be a daddy like you ought to be. Well, they get child support. Child support ain't nothing when it comes to hugs and that time with that child. It's just money. Yeah, well, Doc, that's money I need. Well, you all thought about that until you lay down with the girl. You done the crime, now pay, do the time. You got 18 years. Let's get going. But my point is, you may have come now to a time in your life where you looking back over your life and you like, dear God, why did I do that? I got children here, I got children there. Some of them don't even know me. Why did I do that? Now I want to get married and I want children by my wife, but I can't neglect the children I didn't have by her. Plus child support going out the door too. Gosh, how could I have screwed things up this bad? What was I thinking? That's the point. You weren't. You were not thinking. And guess what? You cannot go back and redo that moment and think and say, I'm not doing this. Oh, but I want you. I'm not doing this. Because, honey, if I do, you're going to get pregnant. And I'm not ready for a child right now. So, no, you can't go back and redo that. It's done. The child is here. Forgive yourself. Go look in the mirror and say, I forgive you for acting like a fool with your bottom head. Hello. And I'm keeping it nice because there may be some children around. They know what that is, but you still try to keep it respectful. You need to go to that mirror and tell you, I forgive you for going around here just laying with women just because you could or just because they wanted you to. You know you didn't love them. You know you wasn't thinking about them. I forgive you for messing up their lives. Now you got some children, and you done messed up their lives because you're not with their mother. I forgive you. And do all and what you can to clean it up. Whether that's spend more time with the child or sit down and really talk to the child, just let the child know where you were at the time. You see what I'm saying? Forgive yourself. Listen, in the words of Dr. Phil, you have walked around here grieving over that and won't forgive yourself for all of that. And these are Dr. Phil's words now. How's that working for you? How's that working for you? Are you going on with life? Are you happy? Or are you sitting here just in deep depression because you now have a mature head and you look back and you like, oh, God, Jesus, help me. What have I done? Now you're getting married to a lady who you haven't had a child with, and here's all your outside children coming up to be in the wedding. How about that? Forgive yourself. Go look in the mirror and forgive yourself. And say, you know what? They're here now. I did what I did. I tell you what. I'm going on, and I'm going to carry them with me. Because if she marries me, she going to marry me and all these children. Because you should have already let her know that you got about 6 or 7 outside children. Some of them you paying for, some of them you're not, because the mothers did not put child support restrictions on you. But yet you know you are their father. You know you, Dina done said that is yours. Then you know you still should step up to the plate and do what you're supposed to do. And not act like that the children, those children don't matter. You can't do that. You can't do that. You see what I'm saying? Listen, let me say something to you. Singles, I want you to forgive yourself. I don't care what it is. Forgive yourself. Open the prison doors and let yourself out. You've done it. You cannot go back and undo it. You cannot. You cannot. So, let's not ruin our destiny, still suffering from our history. And that's my quote. Because it's not worth it. The time you'll waste crying and moaning over your past. It's time you could be thanking your Heavenly Father for forgiveness and enjoying your future, enjoying your present. I'm so serious. Singles, you go and you like, why they don't like me? Because sometimes, let me tell you something. Because some of you know and some of you may not know, I am a behavior specialist, okay? And what you don't realize is your behavior says something is eating away at you. Why you think your significant other say, baby, what's the matter? Oh, nothing. Quit lying. It is something. And it's the fact that you just had a flashback of your past. And you like, dang, why did I do that? And you zone out right then. Because you're mad with yourself, and then your significant other says something to you, and you answer them sharp, and they like, wait a minute, I just asked you a question. Why you jumping at me like that? And you have to be honest and tell them, honey, I had a flashback. I was in the moment right then. I had a flashback. It wasn't a good one. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to wound or hurt you. Please forgive me. That's what you'll be doing a lot of until you forgive yourself. Singles, look, you want this amazing relationship, but if you don't forgive yourself of the past, you will not have it. You will not have it. I'm telling you now. You won't have it. And why won't you have it? Because you won't forgive yourself. You, ladies, you want this fine gentleman to come find you. But when he comes and finds you, what is he going to find? A young lady rehashing her past? A young lady in deep depression because she can't get over what she's done? A lady who she just has to talk about it over and over and over, and it's been over for 20 years, and you have lost 20 years still talking about it. Really? Wow. No. I tell you this morning, singles, no. You're going to that mirror. Gosh, I feel whoever you are. Woo! I feel you. Go to that mirror. Look at you. I don't mean look at your cap, look at your hair, look at your eyebrows. Look at you. Point your finger at you and say, I forgive you. Go to the mirror, look at you, and say, I forgive you. I can't fix none of the things I screwed up. So I'm just going to forgive you and move on. That's it. You will see such an invigorating change in your soul and experience in your life if you will do this. If you will do this, you will have the most amazing life that you never thought possible. Simply because Simply because. Listen, forgiveness is for your freedom. You understand? Forgiveness is for your freedom. You will be free. I pause there for a few seconds, because I want you to understand. I want you to focus on forgiveness is your freedom. You don't need to keep you locked in prison and throw away the keys. You don't need that. You don't need that. You need freedom, not bondage in the prison. You need freedom. You need freedom. Listen, I just talked this morning, but we're going further into this, because singles, you don't need to carry baggage into a relationship. You don't need to carry how another person hurt you. You don't need to carry into another relationship what somebody else did to you. You don't need to carry into another relationship what you did to yourself. You don't need that. What you need is to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. You did it. You didn't have the head then that you have now. You have a different head. You know better, so you're doing better. Let the history go. Make a new history. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's a wow. Make a new history. Be through with that history of your past and make a new history and make it better. Make it different. Make it happy. Listen, my time is gone. I know this is going to set some people free. OMG, it's going to set some people free. Do you hear what I'm telling you? It's going to set you free. Because you're going to be saying, so that's why every time I get in a relationship, so I do something to screw it up. That's why, yes, because you have not forgiven yourself. And now you're going to do that. I want you, when I get off of this broadcast, which is now, I want you to pull out a mirror, ladies. Guys, go to the men's room, whatever. Ladies, go to the women's room, whatever, and look in the mirror. And point your finger at you and say, I forgive you. Okay? Listen, y'all, it's been a joy being with you. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, the rest of your week. I appreciate you so much being with me. We will be back here next Tuesday morning talking some more on this series that we are talking about, is forgiving ourselves so that we can have better relationships and better friendships. Okay? I love you all. Thanks for spending this hour with me. Bye.